Well, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's been over a week since my last video. Shame on me. I wasn't going to do that. I wanted to get on here before work. Been working a lot. It's been busy. Usually about in the afternoons, it just gets busy that nobody can explain. The managers can't explain it. The higher ups can't explain it. It just gets busy. That's just the way it is. I worked 6 days last week. Yeah, I'm off Sunday and Monday, as you know, but they made me work on New Year's Day because of seniority, and I got to do it again next week on MLK Day. Through seniority, I got to go in even though I'm off Sunday and Monday. 6 day work week. Wanted to get on here real quick and talk about what is single-handedly the nail in America's coffin, and that is the migrant crisis. Since Biden took office, they say close to 4 million migrants have crossed into the U.S. since Biden took office. I don't think Obama is his puppet master. A lot of people disagree. I think it's the World Economic Forum guys, the COP guys, Klaus Schwab, and those guys who are the ones that are pulling Biden's strings. That afternoon, when he took office, through executive order, in a single afternoon, through executive orders, Biden undid everything that Trump's done in 4 years that he was president. Number one, stop any and all oil drilling. Stop the pipeline. Check. Number two, even though there was a contract worth billions to put up a border wall, stop the wall and actually pay your tax dollar money to keep them from building it. It would have been easier for them to go ahead and pay the billions to put up a wall, but still he paid them billions not to put up a wall. Makes no sense whatsoever. Number three, destroy the U.S. economy any way that you can. Go to the printing press, just find a war to get involved with, Ukraine, spend billions of dollars, rip apart our military, check. The migrant crisis, look, 46, this is as of last week, 46 counties in Texas have declared that they are under an invasion of migrants. They are under a full-scale invasion of migrants. He's doing all he can, busting them elsewhere. But this is what the Democrats do. This is what the Democrats do. It's fine if they're not involved, but the moment you start meddling in with their affairs, then they get upset. You know that $700 million lawsuit? $700 million lawsuit for those charter bus companies. Why? Because we keep shipping them there. Last week, 400 Texas National Guard troops were sent to El Paso after the mayor issued a disaster declaration as thousands of migrants keep crossing the border every day. I said 4 million. I was a little off. I'm sorry. Scratch that. Since January the 1st of 2021, over 8 million migrants have illegally circumvented into the U.S. I knew that number was off. It's more like 8 million. That is totaling more than the individual population of 38 states. Folks, I have said this before. America's not mentioned in end times prophecy. And we are looking at the blueprint on why. Look, there's people at work who are still gaga over Trump. They watch Trump videos on their breaks and lunches. That's all they do. They think he's going to save this country. They think he's going to wave a magic wand and everything's going to be okay. We are burnt toast as a country. Burnt toast. A couple of years ago, my wife threw a bag of microwave popcorn in the microwave, cranked it up for 5 minutes and left it. She nearly destroyed our microwave. If she didn't stop it, it probably would have caught on fire. The smell at every alarm was going off in the house. And the smell would not go away for over a week. America is that flaming bag of microwave popcorn. We are done. I keep hearing some... I know we're not supposed to think like this. I get it. But I can't help but think that some of these teachers that say we need to take our country back, fight everything that we've got for it. I get it. But we are beyond hope. We are burnt toast. We are done. Now, one thing that we need to do, you can comment if I'm wrong. I get it. We need to set seeds and get as many people on the ark as possible because we are done. 8 million migrants here in the U.S. committing all sorts of notorious crimes. It started with that guy in a wheelchair, that president in a wheelchair. Please help me out here. Roosevelt. History says that he wasn't a friend to the Republicans. He had all those alphabet agencies to help with the Depression. My grandparents used to tell stories before they died. And then it went on to Truman. And Obama started it all. He did. And he was such an eloquent speaker. I tell you what, his words come across his tongue like silk. He stuck a wedge in this country. And Biden is following the World Economic Blueprint and taking a sledgehammer and driving that wedge deeper into this country, and it's crumbling to its knees. And Trump is not going to save us. You can just get that out of your head. Not about Trump. I'm tired of hearing about Trump. Just look at, look, a few years ago, this is how bad it's getting in my state. You know, when you hear about Texas, you think of the old oil man in the white suit and the convertible white Cadillac with the horns on the hood and the 10-gallon hat. You know, the staunch Republican. No, that we are a deep state of purple. You think California's always been blue? No, they were conservative at one point. You take places like San Francisco and Los Angeles and those south of the border states of Texas, there are people in Northern California who are still Republican. But that country's lost. That's what they're doing to Texas. People in California are leaving their state in droves, and they're going into Idaho. They're going into Florida. They're going into Texas. Arizona's lost. That whole governor's race, they're gone. New Mexico's gone. And Texas is slowly following behind them. That Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz race a few years ago, all over the news, Beto O'Rourke almost beat him. It was way too close for comfort. We've had Democratic presidents in the past. Who's that helmet lady? Ann Richards? I don't know if y'all remember Ann Richards. I do. We've had Democratic governors in the past. Don't think that Texas is this deep state of red. It's not. Austin, San Antonio, Houston. Houston is like the third biggest state in the union. It's blue, cobalt blue. We're following in lockstep of turning this state blue. And when that happens, you can forget about another Republican president. You know what? I don't think there'll ever be another election. You think they're going to allow Trump back in office? No. No. They've got too much invested, and to allow him just a chance of turning things around. He's not, but they're not going to allow him back in office. They got too much invested on destroying this country, destroying its morale, destroying the economy, wide open borders. The globalists want wide open borders. See, God established nations, and globalists, they want to rip down borders. They want a one world government, and they're getting it. I just never thought I'd see the country head to where we're at now. Biden, he's got that grin, that crooked little, half of it stays down here. He's got that crooked grin that makes me sick every time I see it. Yeah, look at me. I've done a beautiful job destroying this country. Nobody's that stupid to be able to take down a country that fast. For some reason, I think he knows what he's doing. He's got puppet masters And he is following their playbook on taking down this country. Again, when we're gone, when the rapture takes place, who's going to be left here? Who's going to be left here? You want to be around for that? Migrants are flooding into cities from all over the nation, committing all sorts of notorious crimes, rape, murder. They're starving. They ain't got any food. They steal it. They steal it from you, from us. They're not here for a better life. What are they here for? A takedown of this country. Country that I grew up loving. Yeah, my grandfather he had flat feet, so he couldn't serve in the military. My dad was in the military during the 60s, during the Vietnam era. For some unknown reason, he didn't go. One of the very few lucky ones. My older brother was in the Navy. I couldn't join because I had problems in my left ear. Voted straight Republican ticket every year since I was 18. I love my country. But now, the only thing that's going to save it is King Jesus. This country is gone. Burnt toast. Nothing is going to save it. Just 8 million migrants since Biden took office. I was way off on that number. 8 million. That's wow. 5 years ago, when I've heard sermons on how America's not Bible prophecy, I didn't understand it. Now I do. This is it. This migrant crisis is the final nail in America's coffin. For those of you who are following me in my Bible reading in a year, it takes discipline. I know, I've read it 3 times. It takes discipline. Get saved today. I don't see us hanging on much longer. This year is looking really good. And you know what? I'm tired. I go to bed about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Sleep till about 3 in the morning, where I wake up. I can't go back to sleep. And all my dreams are chaos and destruction. That'll tell you something right there. Chaos and destruction. I'll wake up about 3 in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep. About 6:30, I'll finally wake up, take a lukewarm shower. Whenever we moved into this house, I didn't know this, we need to take it out. They have this safety mechanism to keep the water from getting too cold so that way we won't burn ourselves. All it is, we're taking lukewarm showers. When it's 20 degrees out there and you get into there and that shower is lukewarm, you get out real fast. That's the end of my problems. Oh, it's going to be a short one. I'll get on here more often. Like I said, that's on me. Last week was just rough. I knew I was going to be too tired. Last week was rough. Like, share, subscribe. We're at the end of the road. Hang tight. Maranatha, have a good day. Love you.